First Bank Stadium in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Vandy head coach before the game. This will be a great test, a separator, the first conference game of the year with two teams that are undefeated. He knows that whoever wins this game will have a leg up in the standings, but more importantly, set the tone for the conference season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Sooners ready to kick it away first. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Commodores' offense will go on the attack first. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
Well, we were talking to this defense, David, before the game, and they were so excited to face this quarterback because they think there's a lot of interceptions coming their way. They've seen this guy on film sometimes stare stuff down, throw the ball into traffic, and they've got ball hawks on the back end. There's something they pride themselves on each and every week is taking the football away, and they think they can do that a lot today.
Man, you stoked a lot of confidence in my quarterback over there. You're playing a great defense. So how do you help them? How do you get the run game going? How do you get the ball out of his hands? How can you be smart as an offensive coordinator, making the right decisions to not put him in third and long in passing situations? Because it's kind of been proven. This is a tough unit to go against, and that's not his strength. So it's going to unfold one way or the other.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Floats it out in space. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run the option. He'll do it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Ready, go. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running the red zone, it's McKenzie.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Release to the back. He's got it down the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Swings it out to his running back. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part, probably the hardest.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Doors!
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
The Sooners offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes the junior running back. He has become a key piece of this offense.
Well, it's a program time and time again, whether it's Heisman trophies, All-Americans, first-round draft picks, that always seem to have really good running backs. And how nice is it, David, as an offense, year in, year out? You know, there's somebody you can trust.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Dropping back, it's Bentley. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And, man, that 3rd down changes this decision completely, right? Like getting a big chunk of yards, making it 4th and short. Now it's a true decision. I think you were just thinking about getting half of this, maybe setting up a field goal. Now you got a chance to be aggressive. Let's see what they do here on offense.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The option look. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Oh, he makes the catch. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in the game.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. To the air. It's Bentley. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
On the run, it's Fleming. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And the Commodores have moved it inside the 20. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. Now they're going to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here comes the option. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
He's got it on the run. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 4th down attempts, they'll try it again. Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The defense comes up big time on the 4th down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a 1st down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the sundae. That's fine. We'll take it, but more importantly, they got the big stop and turnover on downs.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Using his legs, it's Walker. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll try to power their way ahead. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback moving. Oh, he's got some space. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off play action. Works the middle of the field. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Kerryon. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. On the option. Stop in the backfield, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great push and penetration from that defensive front. He got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Bounced off his feet.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Might be calling a hot route. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. Under fire. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Bentley. Buys a little time with his feet. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. The snap sets up to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires downfield. It's caught. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Into the house. Touchdown Sooners!
And finally the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Commodores will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Before we kick off the second half, Ollie Rowe, what do you have?
Checking in with Coach Venables at the half. This is exactly what he expected from 2 undefeated teams. Very closely matched opponents, and that's exactly how it played out in the first half. But he believes his team is better, and they can make some noise here to start the second half. I'll let you know on how things are developing here on his sideline as the game goes on. Back to you.
Ollie, thank you. Pulls it and fires to the left. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Rides to the back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a...
There's a crease. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Looking downfield, it's Bentley. They'll run the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They'll stop play here to tend to the injured Commodore. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Carrion. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He stopped well short of the line to gain at the 22. Not a chip shot field goal, but certainly makeable. We'll see what they do on fourth down. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. So on their first drive of this third quarter, they find themselves in a tie game after that last field goal. Looking downfield on first down. Complete, left side, Coleman. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Commodores will hustle to the line. On the move. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He's got him. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Out of the gun, the inside give. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Bentley. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
He's lucky that was a linebacker, not great hands. It's incomplete. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Calls his own number. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose him.
Back to throw, it's Bentley. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. Now on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. A run for the quarterback. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The run inside. It's Fleming. Maybe a crease. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Might be changing the route. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Booster!
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. And it's good! They take the lead here in the 4th. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Unloads quickly. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you in.
Got a little grass. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Fires on the move. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They move on top here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Fleming. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pulls it in. It's Barnett. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st down for this offense. Wants to throw it again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turns it on at midfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Connor. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
This is a designed run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play, because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Motion from the back. Looking for space. It's McKenzie. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They weren't able to move them an inch on second down. Now it's third and goal.
Here we go. Ready. 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 Jet.
Power ahead. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's fourth and goal.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Commodores strike back
is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Bentley. Fires left. It's complete.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB is throwing the ball, they continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back gets to give. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock is in. The Sooners want to move quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Using his feet to buy time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the play fake. They're working that left side. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. The Sooners come down and score one of their own.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
You got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Ready, ready. 30.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of